Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you are interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. It's just a little bonus reading to see what the temperature is right now for you, Gemini. We're going to be taking one card from the Heart Path Oracle deck and doing your reading with the Radiant Wilds Tarot. I hope that you all are doing well. Let's get one card for Gemini, please, Spirit. One card, thank you. This is the card. It's so dynamic. Lots of owl energy, very much in keeping with the Gemini. Soul assistance, soul guidance, unique perspective. Sorry, I'm just trying to take in this crazy card. We have two owls here. This lady whose dress is like the galaxy, outer space. Very peacock-like at the same time. She's holding a pendulum, and she literally has the world made into a basket of kittens. I don't know what is happening in this image. Basket of kittens, pendulum, two owls, and she looks kind of like a peacock with whatever is happening up here coming out of her head, and her dress made of stars. That is crazy. Mountains in the background. Soul assistance, soul guidance, unique perspective. Well, if anybody would have unique perspective, it would be Gemini, right? Gemini is always of two minds and can be quite comfortable in that place. But I believe that it's the kittens that throw me off, because they're so darn cute. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's not my understanding or experience with Geminis in my life that they would be the kind of person that would bring a basket of kittens to anywhere for any reason. And I think I'm really thrown off by it. And I think maybe that's the point. That the Gemini collective is maybe stepping outside of the norm. The norm of what people expect them to do. The Spirit is already calling into question what my expectation of what a Gemini is. And they're saying, no, you know, they can be many things at once. Let's get two cards to start out with. I don't have a particular layout for these bonus readings. Wow. The 6 and the 7 of Cups. So, you know, in a 78 card deck that has been shuffled and shuffled and shuffled many times, you're the second to last of the zodiac that I'm doing. To get a 6 and a 7 of the same suit right next to each other, that's a synchronicity. And it shows a progression, an evolution, a maturity within the suit. The Cups is the suit of water, and it represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, where one of those signs could feature prominently in your chart. Cups suit talks about emotions, compassion, love, and friendship. Romantic, platonic love. The 6 of Cups talks about nostalgia and looking back fondly. Looking back with almost a sort of reverence. When I see pyramids, right, when we think of the great pyramids, there is a certain lore, mythology behind the pyramids, right? We know factually what a lot of it is about. A lot of it is myth. Who created the pyramids? We still don't know. People try to say that they're man-made, but there's more and more evidence pointing to something else. We don't know. So there's a lot of reverence, though, because they are one of the great wonders of the world. And so when I see it pictured here in the Six of Cups, there's something you're looking back on in your past with a lot of admiration. Now you're at this kind of point of understanding that your world is even larger than what the pyramids could provide. The mystery and the grandeur and the splendor of one of the 7 wonders of the world. So they're called. In the 7 of Cups card, you're just spoiled for choice. That's what this card represents. That there's so much more available to you at this time. Maybe having to do with some kind of spiritual enlightenment, spiritual guidance that has recently come in for you. Maybe you have just discovered a clair ability. Maybe, you know, do you have the gift of seeing things that are beyond the 5 senses? Are you clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient? What is Spirit telling me about that? Spirit is kind of, I hear laughter. I hear your laughter and kind of dismissing it. The Death card in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the 6 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Let's talk about this card. This is Scorpio energy in reverse. Death card number 13. In this field of poppies. Oh, could you have been doing some drugs? Yes, is what Spirit is telling me. You know, maybe you were doing the ayahuasca. Maybe you saw something in those meditations, those altered states. Let's just call them altered states for now. That caused you to question everything, because isn't that what they're meant to do? Kind of break the ego down and rebuild it again. Break down everything that you thought you were, who you thought you were, what you represented in the world. Break it down to build you up as something more soulful, right? Soul assistance, soul guidance. You know, maybe you saw one of these symbols in those states. This is just, take it as it resonates, right? If you didn't do any kind of, using any kind of substances of any kind, maybe you saw this simply in meditation. You had a vision that you can't explain. You had a dream that you can't reconcile, you can't forget. The Death card in reverse talks about cycles repeating, though. Maybe right now you're recognizing that a cycle needs to come to an end. Because if it doesn't come to an end, there's no room for growth. It needs to come to an end so you can move to the next phase of who you are. With the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, you're finally realizing that you are connected spiritually. You are connected to Spirit. 5 of Pentacles in the upright, it talks about, can talk about a feeling of being left out in the cold, being abandoned or forgotten. I feel as though, we're talking about spiritual concerns here. So maybe something happened that caused you to say, Spirit, hast thou forsaken me? That's tough. You're coming out of that energy right now, but I was just kind of transported to that because I'm looking at this card and this man just like walking by. It's almost like like the door appeared in front of you, but you didn't walk through. And then later on it appeared again and you didn't walk through. Maybe because you couldn't see the door. Every time the door appeared, maybe you just laughed. You said, oh, that's not for me. And you kept walking, you kept it going, you kept it moving. Like that. And then you wondered, why doesn't anybody ever show me a door to walk through? It's really weird because in between the Libra reading and your reading, I took a little break and I went to heat up my coffee. And I was like, okay, I just need to decompress from the Libra reading for a second. And I just turned on some random video on, I don't even know if it was YouTube or Instagram or something. And I saw an audience reaction video to a scene from, I guess, the latest Spider-Man movie. It's the scene, I mean, I'm trying not to spoil anything, but I assume I haven't seen this movie. I don't really have a desire, but I assume if you've wanted to see a movie like that, you would have already. It's the scene where, like, all 3 Spider-Mans appear in the same scene or something. They all appear. All past, present, future Spider-Man, they're all in the same spot. And the crowd goes wild. I would have hated being in that audience, but watching it from afar is very exciting because everybody's just screaming and they're just so happy. But the point is that when Peter Parker appears, or when Spider-Man appears, there's this portal that opens in the middle of Zendaya's living room. It's just this fiery ring, this portal, and you can see straight through it into another dimension. Or, you know, these Marvel movies, these superhero movies, could they be based on real life things, real life abilities? Have you ever watched Doctor Strange? Have you ever watched it? Truth is stranger than fiction, isn't it? Art becomes life. So anyway, this fiery ring, this portal appears, and here comes Spider-Man, come through, right? But it appeared in Zendaya's living room. Then another one appeared. And it's like, that's what I'm seeing right now. And I just saw that video 10 minutes ago. So there's a reason, right? Spirit brings me songs in the shower and has me see random things throughout the day because they all add up to a vocabulary, to consciousness, to something that then Spirit can use to contextualize your reading. If that portal was not presented to you in the form of a fiery ring and simply presented to you as a phone call or a passerby conversation, and you did not have your eyes open to see it, then it could be challenging, right? To recognize it as something from Spirit. This is what you are trying to negotiate right now, and I see that because of the other 2 cards. The 6 of Wands is victory. Look at how large and in charge the 3rd eye and crown chakra, that's almost like they blended together to make one super chakra of awareness that you're going through right now. And like at the heart of that, Ace of Pentacles, this is like a diamond. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, the Beatles song. Is that song about drugs too? I don't know what the hidden meaning behind that song is. Maybe you do. Maybe you like that song. Maybe you like the Beatles. Take it as it resonates. Lucy, and maybe your name is Lucy. Maybe you like the Peanuts gang and Snoopy. Who was Lucy? I really like Lucy. She's so mean though. But she's like the staff psychiatrist, 5 cents, right? God, she was so mean to Charlie Brown. Why is this all coming to my head? I don't know. I don't need to know, as long as it resonates with you. There's something to that, though, that I don't like. The 5 cents. It's like Lucy would offer her advice for 5 cents. This is reminding me of a conversation that I had with my mom, actually. There's you know, there are tarot readers everywhere. There are fortune tellers and palm readers and whatever, everywhere you look. And, you know, she knows that I read tarot and everything, but it's strangely not the same when it comes from somebody that you know, right? But when it comes from a stranger, like, somehow it makes sense. And my mom saw a sign for a tarot reading, $5. She goes, "Oh, I'm so curious." And I said, "Well, I can read your tarot. You probably wouldn't like what I would have to say if it was something that Spirit wanted me to tell you, but I could read it, whatever." No. I want to go see what the lady says for $5. And I said to her, "You pay $5, you get a $5 reading." Sometimes, not often, but I've had people question why my prices are the way they are. And, you know, I don't say you pay $5, you get a $5 reading, because that's rude. But, you know, this could be a message for you, and to know what your value is, to know what you're worth. You could be questioning that right now. You could be questioning what is valuable to you these days. That could be changing. Take this all as it resonates. That whole path went because I saw Lucy in the Peanuts gang. That was crazy. But we got there. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Ten of Wands. Letting go of a heavy burden. This reminds me of like Atlas, right? The mythology of Atlas with the world on his shoulders, in this case, her shoulders. Not gender specific, but I'm just pointing out what I see. And it's not just the world, though. It almost looks like Mars, doesn't it? It's the orange planet, the planet of war. I just felt compelled to I picked out this crystal for your reading. I guess I should have shown it to you in the beginning. Very beautiful subscriber client gave this to me. It's clear quartz. Lemurian quartz, actually. So you could resonate with quartz crystal. Quartz crystal is meant to amplify. So I picked it up just as I was talking about Mars. So there could be a side of you right now that is feeling very warrior-like. I don't really feel that that's too much where the Gemini tends to go. Gemini tends to be more of the intellectual, the King of Swords energy, an intellect, an academic, an authority. Mars is generally connected to Aries, so you may have prominent Aries placements in your chart, but there could be a part of you that's willing to or wanting to fight the good fight. What are you fighting for? The Tower. Interesting. Look at that. It's almost like you're like looking to either remove this or place it on top. Not really sure. The Tower is number 16 of the major arcana and represents great upheaval, shock, awe, and surprise. So when the Tower is in the upright, there is something that was built on a shaky foundation and it has to come crashing down, right? It's not for your best and highest good. And there's something here. It's almost like, now I see this as a taking off energy, and it's almost like you know that something in your life has to come to a close. It was never really great to begin with. Thank you, Spirit. It was never really great to begin with. But you're not going down without a fight, and you're not going down without taking what belongs to you, your peace. So it's almost like I see you kind of, now I see you lifting off what belongs to you, rightfully so, and you're having to take it with you. But the idea of having to take it is exhausting. What is Spirit's advice? Knight of Swords and the Star. There is going to be a beautiful message coming towards you, having to do with your healing. These are both air sign energies. Knight of Swords and the Star is Aquarius. Wish fulfillment, healing. Being in the limelight also. The Star can represent notoriety, fame. You could be well known for something. Page of Swords in reverse. You're no longer playing small. I'm seeing this differently than I normally would. You're no longer playing small. You're moving forward, moving beyond into something that is in conjunction and co-creation with Spirit, your healing process. So that's just a quick bonus reading for you, Gemini. If this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. I am offering a limited time 2024 personal forecast. If you're interested in signing up for one, please visit my donation and services page in the About section of my YouTube channel. Thank you, Gemini.